So I want to talk about how I discovered porn. In 2016, I was surfing the internet. I was trying to stream football matches. You know how some of the ads, the pop-up ads on some of these streaming websites could just lead you down a rabbit hole. I clicked on an ad. No, I didn't click on an ad. I was trying to get a football match to play, right? So all of a sudden a pop-up window opened and it was porn. And mind you, all up to this point in my life, I've always stayed away from porn. Like, even if I mistakenly stumbled upon porn, I would like take my eyes off and be like, no, I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this. My parents did a good job raising their kids. We were raised in a Christian home and we made sure we stayed away from stuff like that. But for some reason on that day, I couldn't just close it immediately. No, like it was almost like I froze. I couldn't move. I watched it for a good 5 seconds. Then I closed it up. 3 days later, I went back to stream football. But now I was hoping that I would arrive or land or find myself in the like on that web page again. But for some reason I didn't. So I started clicking the ads now myself. These were on porn ads, but if you know anything about how the internet works, you know that you could just find yourself on whatever page from those native ads. So I found myself on a porn website, but this time it took 20 seconds to close it up. Next time it took 40 seconds. Next time I typed it in myself. I was like, hey, I just want to see porn. But I didn't want to see it because I wanted to gain pleasure from it. I wanted to see porn because it was more like I was trying to lie to myself that, hey, you know what? I'm trying to investigate. I'm trying to find out what the shit, like, I'm trying to find out what is in this stuff. So, yeah, I started watching porn. I couldn't stop. Jesus, I tried to stop. I tried to quit, but I just couldn't stop. For a long time, I couldn't stop. I'm going to make a video talking about what made me realize that watching porn was a problem. Because I stayed away from porn from the religious point of view. But porn has a lot of adverse effects. It has a religious, which is, if you're a Christian, like the Bible says, guard your eyes because it's the path to your heart or something like that, right? Also, it has a psychological and physiological effects. So I'm going to make a video talking about the physiological and the psychological effects of watching porn. But if you're a young man, I don't care whatever age you are right now. The society is trying to normalize watching porn. The society is trying to normalize pornography as a whole. We have OnlyFans model, like 80% of Twitter or X right now is pornography. That's what everyone. Go to Twitter, right? Search for any keyword, right? The search results, you are definitely going to find porn in the search results. That is how bad the internet is right now. 90% of the internet is porn. That is so bad, and this is affecting us physiologically, psychologically, and otherwise. So I'm going to talk about it in my next video, the physiological and the psychological effect of porn and all of it. But let's try to stay clear, stay away from porn, work out, eat healthy, and serve whatever God you believe in. See you guys in the next one.